This meeting is being live streamed. By saying in this meeting, you consent to being live streamed. Anyone with access to the live stream can watch or share with others. Got it. This meeting. So we just saw a video from your Korean SEM. I'll put the YouTube link in the chat box so you guys have it. And we did not understand most of it. And we're gonna try to read the conversation ourselves. And our friend Jewel from Instagram at Jewel Learns Korean was the one who showed us this. So we were just saying how like we knew a word here and there, but actually listening to natural Korean speech with background noise is still quite difficult for us. So with that said, let's go to our podcast. 네, 안녕하세요 여러분. 제 이름은 다날라예요. 오, 잠깐만요. ugni 씨 will join us. So let me send her the link for the podcast. Oh. Okay. All right. I tried to write my script in Korean, and I'm looking at it right now, and my brain just went poof. So we're just gonna go back to what I know. 안녕하세요 여러분. 제 이름은 다날라예요. 저는 필리핀계 미국인이에요. 그리고 저는 GLEx2020의 공동창업자입니다. 산치다랑 2020년에 GLEx2020 만들었어요. 처음에는 우리 둘 함께 공부하고 있어서 하지만 나중에 우리 group got bigger. I forgot the word. But anyway, Sanchita, are you here or you had to step out? Are you still on your phone call?
네, 안녕하세요. Are you able to hear me?
Yep.
Okay. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 인도에서 살고 있는 산지다라고 합니다. 저는 2020년 5월부터 한국어 공부를 시작했어요. 근데 아직 잘 못해요. 제가 매일매일 한국어 공부하고 있어요. 근데 수업만 해요. 연습을 안 해요. 그래서 아직 한국어를 아직 잘 못해요. 제가 GLEx2020에서 30일 동안 한국어 챌린지 하고 싶어요. 왜냐하면 제가 this year I really want to 한국어 말하기는 잘하고 싶어요. 그래서 이 챌린지 하고 싶어요. 네. 그리고 제가 많은 사람들도 이 챌린지 join. I really want more people to join our challenge. 네, that's it. 네, 만나서 반갑습니다, 여러분.
Yay!
Thank you for listening to me. 네,
잘했어요.
감사합니다.
So in this page is our Patreon, are our Patreon subscribers and also PayPal contributors. So we have, do you want me to name everyone? Rose, Tina, me, Mika, Marco, Ken, Satoa, Sarina, Samantha, Jampua, Danisa, Sam, Marlon, Meow. And actually the crown means that they gave their support for the entire year in advance. So that's why they have the crown.
Mhm.
And the rest of us are monthly contributors. So these are the sessions that GLEx2020 has in store for you if you would like to join us. We have peer-led sessions like Learn Korean in K-Culture Daily Study Session. That's at 10 p.m. Korean Standard Time. Oh, I can't say all of this in Korean. 죄송해요. We also have a reading session at
6 p.m.
Korean Standard Time. Webtoons has been canceled, but we can always replace that with something that you would like to do. If you have something that you would like to contribute to the group, let us know, especially if you've been a member for 3 months already and we know who you are and you've been coming consistently, then please volunteer. We also have one-on-one language exchange sessions. We pair members with the language partner that they are compatible with. So that's another service that we have. It does take time to find a suitable partner because sometimes the schedule doesn't match or personality doesn't match. So please be patient if you are a member and you wanted a language exchange partner and you haven't found one yet. It took me like, I want to say 2 months or so. And even though I'm always on screen talking, it still took me about 2 months to get a good language exchange going, and one of them was because Sanchita recommended the person to me. We also have our teacher-led sessions. These are our Korean conversations and our book curriculum classes. We're using Seoul Korean books, and those classes are $15 per class for 8 weeks. Only $15 for 8 weeks. No other fees. We thought about having like $1 per hour for however many sessions, but it just got too complicated. So we're keeping it at $15 per class per 8 weeks. That's it.
Okay. For just
Period.
registration fee. So it's not even the tuition fee. And our teachers are volunteers. So we do not have any other expenses other than Zoom classes and
Internet.
internet and all that. So we really hope that more people join us, and we want to connect more people to more Korean learners to native Korean teachers, right? So that's the only purpose of our class, and I hope that many people join us.
Yes.
Mhm.
And our guest for the day is Hangul Hamster. 환영합니다.
안녕하세요, Christopher.
Did you get disconnected? Oh, okay. You're still
Oh,
here.
it's here.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국 햄스터예요. 이 페이지가 시작한 지 거의 반년이 됐어요. 반 생일은 9일이에요. 3일이 남았어요. So it's been almost half a year since I started Hangul Hamster. Today's the 6th. My page's half birthday is in 3 days.
Oh,
August 9th. Yet the start date is the same as the Pyeongchang 2018 opening ceremony, February 9th. Do you have fond memories of Pyeongchang 2018? Let me know.
없어요.
저도요.
네,
I didn't watch the Olympics
잠깐
then.
봤어요. 조금.
진짜요?
Mm.
Winter Olympics, right?
Right.
Because it was in February. I just remembered.
The Winter Olympics.
네. 감사합니다, Christopher 씨. 한글 hamster. How do you say? 구독, 좋아요.
And on the 11th, I'll be collaborating with Korean Chatterbox to do a special episode called The Hanja for Half. We're going to learn some words that use the Hanja, meaning half. Pan,
Half? Han. 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 As in
pan, as in panmal,
panmal.
like panmal.
네. Oh, 좋아요. Oh, for announcements, of course, we have our daily study session at Learn Korean in K-Culture. Paul Kim 선생님's Instagram is at Paul_LKIK. And my Korean journal _ is Sanchita, and I'm Ronella Makes. And of course, Korean _GLEx2020 podcast is our podcast page. And we have classes that we were talking about. It will resume on August 16th, right? So go ahead, Sanchita, please talk about the sessions.
So actually, this program is our first, like we are going to do this first time, because until now we were just conducting many sessions since November 2020, and all of the sessions started as per the teacher's schedule. So this time we have tried to do something new. So we've made this into a program of 8 weeks where there will be classes for different levels, like beginner 1, beginner 2, intermediate level 3, and then we have Korean conversation sessions with native speakers. So this entire thing is like one program for 8 weeks, which will start from 16 August to 10th October 2021. So we have all the registrations are open, and you can enroll in one program or many programs too. Like it's up to you, because all the Korean conversation sessions have different time slots. So it's up to you. You can enroll in any program which is suitable for your time slot. And we're looking forward to more contribution, more participation. Yes. And all the links are given here on linktree.com/GLEx2020 podcast. And you can also, actually we don't have a Patreon this time, but you can pay the registration fee on our PayPal account, which is given in the Linktree form.
Yes.
I'm not sure what it is actually.
Our PayPal is paypal.me/GLEx2020 podcast.
Right.
And we have these upcoming events. Christopher has one coming up with Jeannie Sem on the 11th. We also have one coming up on the 10th for the Learn with BTS, and it's a $5 class. You get 1 hour with Jeannie Sem. We're testing out a program she wants to launch with us for teaching Korean with the Learn with BTS series. We also have the Korean speech and writing contest with Kika. Sanchita.
Hey, actually, we do not have the details yet, so please check out our GLEx2020 page, Facebook page, where we will be sharing our updates. It's actually a Korean speech contest, and we will be announcing the awards on Hangul Day, which is on 9th October. And this is in collaboration with KIKA, which is Korea International Culture Association. So I'm really looking forward to this contest. More details will be shared on our Facebook page. Yes, thank you.
And then we already talked about the classes that start on August 16, 8-week sessions for $15 per class. Okay, this is wrong. So did you talk about the fluency challenge earlier, but in Korean? Because I don't know if I understood it.
I knew. I just said few things, but I would like to talk about it again.
Okay.
Mhm.
Would you mind talking about our fluency challenge currently?
Hey, but can you please explain that in English first? Because we have that the written, text in English.
The fluency challenge in English. Okay. So the fluency challenge is 30 days of us speaking in Korean or our target language with stories that we know very well in our own language, right? So a story about us, like who are we, what we do. So basically self-introduction for the first day. And then you craft it in Korean. So you record yourself talking about yourself in Korean for about 5 minutes. And whatever words you don't know, you write it down and then you find out for the next time. And the next time you improve your Korean sentences and you record yourself again with less mistakes than the day before. And then the next day you do it again until you can fully say your entire story in Korean only. So, and then you move on to the next subject. We have some prompts from days 2 to 30, but it's really any subject that you want to talk about. Like Jewel from at Jewel Learns Korean, she did her self-introduction and how she met her husband. And she talked about how she met her husband in Korean for about 5 minutes. And she did that live on Instagram. So that's another way of doing that. You can tag us. We have several hashtags. Flex with GLEx. Fluency challenge.
You can add 30 days fluency challenge. So the hashtag is 30 days fluency challenge, and then GLEx2020 with the capital letters. GLEx2020, yes. So these are the two hashtags that we're using.
I'm also using these Glexers, Flex with GLEx.
Okay.
But the top two are the most important.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenge is just to every day, then you're practicing the same thing and trying to make it until you can say the whole thing, or different things every day, or
So the challenge is inspired by two groups, EnglishFulltime.com and Language Lords from YouTube. So Language Lords learned French in 30 days fluently. He was spending 8 hours a day
wow.
learning French. So 4 hours of the day was just speaking practice, which was this exercise that I'm talking about, was 1 hour of the day. And for the rest of the day, it was just him practicing the same speech over and over. And
Wow.
also at some point, maybe 3 times a week, he had a language partner with whom he practiced speaking, and they corrected him on whatever words he was saying that were a bit awkward, not natural French. And then the rest of the time he was working on pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and I can't remember the fourth thing.
Listening also.
Listening, that's right, that's right. So listening was not as important for him as the speaking part, to which he devoted most of his time. So in 30 days, because he devoted that much time every day in speaking, can you imagine how tired you would be speaking
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exhausting.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it. I have 4 kids. Just thinking about talking. I'm just I'm already thinking about it and I'm sensory overloaded. So what's gonna happen for me is I only spend daily study session with you guys, and then I have Sarah in the afternoon. So definitely those 2 hours I'm studying Korean. So in between, I'm hoping to give myself another hour to work on the fluency,
Mhm.
right? So
Well,
the recording myself and
mm,
then revising what I don't know and then doing it again. I started it in Tagalog and I got stuck on hobbies because even in English, I can't talk about my hobbies apparently because I tried it in English too and I could only do a minute talking about my hobbies. So I said, okay, maybe there needs to be some sort of revision.
mm,
Um, maybe we need to do like, what do you want to know? Pretend, that I am interviewing myself. So then I would ask myself some questions and I would answer. Maybe that could be the format. But in any case, it has to be 5 minutes at the end. So in the beginning, you could do a minute and then move it up to, longer and longer and adding more details. But for the beginning part, you can just say, 제주민은 바느질이에요. Okay, that's it. I like to sew. And that ends my sentence for what my hobbies are. And then expand it next time to I like to sew doll clothes. I like to sew my children's clothing. How many clothing pieces have I sewn? How many people have I gifted items to? Like that, maybe.
mm,
So there will be a lot of new vocabulary acquired during this time period. And that's why it takes 5 minutes, 5 days, because each day it's something new. This is something we've never tried before. So there will be a lot of new relevant to your personal life, not just like something we learned from the book,
mhm.
right? It's going to be relevant to our personal lives, our family, our personality, stuff like that. So that's what that challenge is about. The prompts are on Instagram and on our Facebook page, GLEx2020 podcast. So, and you can just look this up, hashtag GLEx2020, hashtag 30 days fluency challenge. You should find it. Okay, let me clear this one. Oops.
So for me, I tried this challenge and I have been recording myself doing the self introduction for about 4 to 5 times. And every time, like it is not scripted. So it's just like spontaneous. And every time I say something different, I'm adding things to it. Like before, I just said my name and then my age and then my hobbies. But after that, I also mentioned that I've been to Korea, and then I did not like something about Korea, or I would like to go back to Korea, something like that. I keep adding on to those to that self introduction. So it's not just about recording one video. It's also about, maybe you can record it 4 to 5 times, but at the end you will just post the first one because that was your original self introduction, right? So that's something that you can do. You can record the first video and then the last video, so you know exactly that what are the layers that you've added to your topic, and then move on to the next topic, right? So first of all, I think the self introduction is really important for all of us, and then you can talk about something that is really personal to you. So something that you can really talk about at a stretch, because there are some things that, like hobbies. I don't have many hobbies, so I won't be able to talk about it for 5 minutes, right? But there will be something else that I can talk about at a stretch. So that's something that I would really like to talk about, right? And I would like to know different vocabulary. Like in my case, I would like to record how I built GLEx2020, right? Because that's something which is really special to me, and I really want to know how I can best express myself, right? So I want more people to join us and talk about themselves in Korean and be able to express themselves, because at the end we're learning language for communication, right? It's not that we're going to give some exams. Like for some people, they have that goal that they want to give topic exam or they want to go to Korea and whatnot. But for me, it's more about communication. It's always been
Mm.
about communication for me. Like I want to be able to speak to native Koreans, and now I also want to establish this communication because of the community, right, that we're building, because we have so many Korean teachers and I'm not able to communicate with them what I really want. So that's the most, it's really frustrating for me when I'm talking to them and I'm not able to express my ideas, because I have so many ideas that I want to work with them on so many things, but I'm not able to express myself. So that's
Yeah.
something that I really want
Mm.
to work on. Yeah. I don't care about, there are some topics like in different English exams, they have topics like, how do you say that? Explain or describe the furniture in your house. I'm like, why do I have to describe the furniture? I don't even want to know about it. I don't want to talk about it. So
Mm.
that's not something that I would want to learn, right? But in case of Korean, I would like to talk about something, my ideas about my work and all. So that's something that I'm focusing on.
There.
There.
So earlier I said, oh, this page is wrong. That's because I only looked at the top part, not the middle part where it said Pod Squad. Please introduce yourselves, Pod Squad. I'm so sorry. I skipped the page.
괜찮아요. Rose, can you please
Who's here
Hey.
today?
네, 저는 러스예요. 미국에 살아요. 미국에서 살아요. 긴 여행했어요. 그리고 오랜만에 한국어를 안 말해요. 죄송해요.
괜찮아요. 계속 하세요.
괜찮아요.
네.
그 다음에 누구?
네.
옥민 씨.
네,
환영합니다. 새로운 podcast member예요.
네, 저는 옥내입니다. 옥내라고 해요. 저는 리투아니아 사람이에요. 한국 드라마에 한국 문화에 관심이 많아서 한국어를 열심히 공부해요. 또는 한국적 사고 방법 이해하고 싶고 새로운 문화도 발명하고 해서 한국어를 공부하고 있어요. 네.
네. 반갑습니다.
반가워요.
반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
정말 반갑습니다.
How would you say thanks for coming?
와줘서 감사합니다.
와줘서 감사합니다.
Maybe. Not sure.
참가해서 감사합니다. Thanks for participating.
감사합니다.
So this is the script that we are going to read today. On our podcast, we talk about the things going on in our club, and then we talk about ourselves, and then we have a script that we practice reading. So this particular script is from the channel Your Korean Sem, and it's about coffee. And we have a YouTube link here. I'll copy it. Copy the link, and you can watch it on your side, because we're not allowed to publish the YouTube links live. I mean, play the YouTube videos live. YouTube has already shut off our broadcast when we replayed other YouTube videos. So we're not going to do that. So what we did was watch it beforehand. So if you haven't been able to watch it, I put it in the chat box. Please mute your mic and then watch the video. And then it starts at minute 3:26 and it goes for about 30 seconds, I think. And it ends at from Mogo. Okay. Let us write down who's here, first of all. So we write down who's here and then we practice reading. Sorry, Ugne, I don't have an accent mark for your E.
괜찮아요.
Okay, so Sanchita and I will go Korean first, and then Sanchita and Rose will do Korean and English. Okay. 맛있지?
위에 거품이 베개.
진짜 크리미하지?
아니, 좀 뭐지? 쫀득쫀득하네.
이거 공짜에 있는 밀크폼. Milk foam. Milk foam. I didn't understand what it meant. Milk foam. 네.
너 근데 배불러? 배불러?
너 배 안 불러?
아까 배불렀는데
커졌어?
꺼지진 않았는데
나는 놀다 먹었잖아. 넌 꼭 남기고 난다 먹었잖아. 먹었잖아.
나는 약간 디저트 좀 먹을 수 있을 것 같아.
그럼 먹어.
네, 감사합니다.
Oh my goodness. I really was struggling with this one. 밀크폼. 그리고 남기고. 꼭 남기고.
그리고 난 다 먹었잖아. 꼭 남기고. 넌 꼭 남기고. And 난 다 먹었잖아. So I finished out of mine and you left some. So you left 남다 is to leave some, right? 남았어요. So there's something left.
네네.
You left some.
Okay, you guys do the English and Korean.
Okay. 맛있지? Good, right?
위에 거품이 되게, the foam on top is really,
진짜 크리미하지? Really creamy, right?
아니, 좀, 뭐지, 촉촉촉촉하네. Oh, it's kind of, what is it? Chewy.
이거 공차에 있는 밀크폼. This is the milk found at 공차.
너 근데 배불러? Anyway, are you full?
너 배 안 불러? You're not full.
아까 배불렀는데, I was full before, but
꺼졌어. You hungry now?
꺾이진 않았는데, it's not that I'm hungry.
나는 롤 다 먹었잖아. 넌 꼭 남기고 난 다 먹었잖아. I ate all the sushi rolls, remember? You left some and I finished all of mine.
나는 약간 디저트 좀 먹을 수 있을 것 같다. Sort of, I think I can eat some dessert.
그럼 먹어. Then eat. This sounds weird. 그럼 먹어. Then
Like,
eat.
fine, eat, fine,
Yeah.
eat. Go eat.
Okay, we can say like have some. Okay, have some.
Right, have some.
그럼
Okay.
Yeah.
먹어. It's good.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cross that out. And then we're gonna say have some. Any other thing that sounded awkward in English? Yeah, I think it's good. The rest, that's the only
Yeah, I
thing.
think
Meh.
it's good.
Okay, so then Rose will be pink and then Christopher will be blue.
Okay. 아치치. Christopher 씨? 들려?
Christopher 씨, are you there?
없는 것 같아요.
어디 갔어요?
He'll be back. So Ugde, you will be blue.
네. 위에 거품이 되게
진짜 크리미하지.
아니 좀 뭐지 촉촉촉촉하네.
이거 공차에 있는 밀크폼.
너 근데 배불러?
너 배 안 불러?
아까 배불렀는데
거쳤어?
거짓은 안 하는데.
나는 롤 다 먹었잖아. 넌 꼭 남길 거 난 다 먹었잖아.
나는 약간 디저트 좀 먹을 수 있을 것 같아.
그럼 먹어.
잘했어요, 여러분.
still have the headache.
You have a headache? Come here. Let me say hi to everybody. 안녕하세요. Okay. All right. So Ugna, you'll be pink and I'll be blue.
네. 맛있지?
위에 거품이 되게.
진짜 구름이 하지?
아니, 좀 뭐지? 쪽뚝쪽뚝하네.
이거 공차에 있는 물거품.
네. 잠깐만요. Can't see. 너 근데 배불러?
너 배 안 불러?
아까 배불렀는데
거쳤어?
거치진 안 하는데.
나는 롤 다 먹었잖아. 넌 곧 남기고 난 다 먹었잖아.
나는 약간 디저트 좀 먹을 수 있을 것 같아.
그럼 먹어.
There's always room for dessert. 어떻게 말해요? Christopher, are you back? 괜찮아요. Hangul Hamster, Christopher Shi. Make sure to check out Korean Chatterbox collaboration and Hangul Hamster collaboration later. So that concludes our practice for today. Is there anything that you want to say, especially after watching the YouTube link and how we practice it? How do you feel about the pace, the way Koreans naturally speak, and how we can emulate them? What do you think?
It's still without emotion, so I still just read. Not able to bring the emotions, you know.
연습필요해요.
네.
아무나 제 생각에는 잘 됐어요. 꽤 잘 됐어요. 네.
진짜요. 네,
For sight
잘했어요.
reading, it's not bad.
음,
For sight reading, it's not bad, but if we're really going to act with emotion, I mean, even 배우도 연습해요.
네네.
알아요?
네, 맞아요. So that was actually pretty good for on the spot. Never rehearsed this.
음,
Showing it to everybody live. 연습.
네, 맞아요.
So, Ugnia, if you have any ideas for scripts that you want us to read over here, I believe that if you have anything from Sejong, they wouldn't mind us reading it because it's for educational purposes. And then this one, we took the transcription from a YouTube video and we're giving them credit. So I believe it falls under Creative Commons and fair use practice for this dialogue. So we often credit, or I think we always credit those we take the scripts from, and we let them know, hey, we did this live stream using your script. I hope you don't mind. And if they do mind, then we take it down, you know. But most of the people, there was only one person that told us that we couldn't use their material, and we never used it. We practiced offline, but we never used it online. So if you have any ideas for scripts, or if you have one yourself that you created, you know, because a lot of Korean learners create their own scripts, please feel free to submit it to us here and we'll use it as material for practice.
Sure. I would not recommend Sejong materials because they are bloody boring. But I personally like to study from, I don't know, like TV shows and TV
Sorry
games.
about this. I don't know where the ringing is coming from. Sorry.
So yeah, I think like something like I don't know, some drama pieces or something. I don't know if we could be able to use it to study Korean might be interesting too, like from some drama or something, Korean drama.
Yes, we actually have one coming up. Emmanuel and Anna are coming up with a K-drama series with Jeannie Sem. So yes, that's definitely in the works. And if you would like to, if you have any drama scripts that you like, I also have a list of 10 dramas. If you go to our playlist, there is a label that says K-drama class $5 and a bunch of drama clips in that playlist. It's because we plan on using those drama scripts for a future drama class. We're trying to transcribe those. So if you want to volunteer to transcribe, that would be great. And I believe it will be fun to emulate, to mimic the actors in the clips. Unfortunately, we cannot show it live because it's copyright infringement. But we can always study about it in our daily study session. We can create a separate room for those who want to do the K-drama, and then you guys have to present at the end your acting skills, I guess, after an hour. It's just an idea. We're definitely evolving as a language learning group, and a lot of people have their own ideas. So we're open to those, especially creative ones, because, you know, we want language learning to be fun. That's what we want GLEx2020 to be about. So I
All
hope
right.
that.
I gotta go.
Okay, Christopher.
안녕히
Take
가세요.
care. 안녕히 가세요. 감사합니다. Yeah, so any ideas for any kind of study session is welcome, because we have all of these people from all over the world to study with. It's not even complete. There's still many people missing. These are our teachers, people from the Philippines, and there's so many. Jo is by herself in Australia. So yeah, thanks for being here today, guys. I'll see you next week for another live recording of GLEx2020 podcast.
네,
Bye.
네,
감사합니다.
감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.
네.